Hey everybody, Charlie Nine 2 here, and welcome back to The Witness. We last left off, man. We're struggling with some of these puzzles. It's really giving me a headache doing some of these puzzles. I'm pretty sure. I mean, we have the knowledge to finish this one here, but I feel like I don't. Man, I feel like there's a lot of stuff to try to put together. This piece cannot be turned. We know that. This can be turned, but it still must touch up here. So I feel like what are you going to do? How do we draw this in such a way that everything else is involved? So if we can get all of these pieces involved, right, that shouldn't flash. And none of them are going to flash. It's not going to give us any hints here. But that should take care of that, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4. But then there's also a requirement for this. So is there a way to draw this? Well, there you go. So there is a way to draw that. So what if we just try to finish everything else up? Maybe there's not a way, because that's not going to work. Yeah, because I was going to come down like this, but that doesn't work. So maybe you're going to be the one that saves me. Maybe if we include this in with this, that should be it, right? How's that not it? 3, 1, 2, 3 subtracted. Do we have to include this with something? Because if that's the case, we can do like, I don't know. We can do like that, I guess. And then like this. And then like this. Oh, no, that's not right. That's almost right, but that's not right. I have to be able to come over and back up there, which I can't do. So let's do this. This. Oh, no. Not this. Let's do this. This. That, right? That should be it. Ha ha! Oh, all right. Well, let me guess. This is a video. Now, I have been warned that some of these videos, well, one, we've already been copyright blocked. Not copyright claimed, copyright blocked by one of them. So chances of you guys actually seeing this video are slim to none. And I've also been warned that one of the videos is an hour long. So let me draw this. So we need a hexagon here. Hexagon here. All right, I've drawn my hexagons. Now let's draw the line. And that is probably upside down. So I'm going to rotate my paper. All right, so let me go start this. I'm probably going to have to cut whatever video this is out of the equation, and I apologize if that's the case. If it's not the hour-long one, I'll try to keep it in and just mute it. But we shall see. Let's go all the way over back to town. But yeah, the one with the guy with the candle walking back and forth, uploaded that. Didn't get copyright claimed. Well, I did, but not only copyright claimed, I got blocked. Video could not be displayed, so I had to take it down, re-edit it, mute the video, and then I ended up with just a copy. It's still copyright claimed, but I'm fine with that. But now you guys can at least view what it was. Where's the windmill? There it is. All right. There's still an upper section. I mean, maybe you can't actually get to it. Maybe it's just for show. But like this upper section down here, right up here, looks like something you should be able to walk on. And this looks like something you should be able to get to and open. I don't know how to, though. Maybe going through the volcano? I don't know. All right, so let's try this. We need to start here, go around like this. All right, and if I have to mute it, I'm sorry. Here we go.
And so, by a backhanded, upside-down argument, was predicted that there is in carbon a level at 7.82 million volts, and then experiments in the laboratory with carbon show indeed that there is. And therefore, the existence in the world of all these other elements is very closely related to the fact that there is this particular level in carbon. But the position of this particular level in carbon seems to us, after knowing the physical laws, to be a very complicated accident of 12 complicated particles interacting. So I wish to illustrate by this example that an understanding of the physical laws doesn't give you an understanding in a sense of understanding significance of the world in any way. The details of real experience are very far often from the fundamental laws. There are, in a way of speaking in the world, we have a way of discussing the world which you could call, we discuss it at various hierarchies or levels. Now, I don't mean to be very precise, there's a level, there's another level, and another level, but I will indicate by describing a set of ideas to you, just one after the other, what I mean by hierarchies of ideas. For example, at one end, we have the fundamental laws of physics. Then we invent other terms for concepts which are approximate, who have, we believe, the ultimate explanation in terms of the fundamental laws. For instance, heat. Heat is supposed to be the jiggling, and it's just a word for a hot thing is just a word for a mass of atoms which are jiggling. For that, fundamentally, we should think of the atoms jiggling. But for a while, if we're talking about heat, we sometimes forget about the atoms jiggling. Just like when we talk about the glacier, we don't always think of the hexagonal ice snowflakes which originally fell. Another example of the same thing is a salt crystal. Looked at fundamentally, a lot of protons, neutrons, and electrons. But we have this concept, salt crystal, which carries a whole pattern already of fundamental interactions, or idea like pressure. Now, if we go higher up from this, in another level, we have properties of substances like refractive index, how light is bent when it goes through something, or surface tension, the fact that the water tends to pull itself together, is described by a number. I remind you that we have to go through several laws down to find out that it's the pull of the atoms and so on, but we still say surface tension, and don't worry when we're discussing surface tension of the inner workings, always. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. Go on, up in the hierarchy. With the water, we have the waves, and we have a thing like a storm. We have a word for storm, which represents an enormous mass of phenomena, or sunspot, or star, which is an accumulation of things. And it's not worthwhile always to think of it way back. In fact, we can't, because the higher up we go, we have too many steps in between, each one of which is a little weak, and we haven't thought them all through yet. And we go up in this hierarchy of complexity, we get to things like frog, or nerve impulse, which you see is an enormously complicated thing in the physical world, involving an organization of matter in a very elaborate complexity. And then we go on, we come to things, words, and concepts like man and history or political expediency and so forth, which is a series of concepts that we use to understand things at an ever higher level. And going on, we come to things like evil and beauty and hope. Now, which end is nearer to the ultimate creator or the ultimate? Or if I make a religious metaphor, which end is nearer to God? Beauty and hope or the fundamental laws? I think that the right way, of course, is to say that the whole structural interconnections of the thing is the thing that we have to look at, and that the sequence of hierarchy, that all the sciences and all the efforts, not just the sciences, but all the efforts of intellectual kind, are to see the connections of the hierarchies is to connect beauty to history, is to connect history to man's psychology, the man's psychology to the working of the brain to the neural impulse to the chemistry, and so forth, up and down, both ways. And today we cannot, and there's no use making believe we can, draw carefully a line all the way from one end of this thing to the other. In fact, we've just begun to see that there is this relative hierarchy. And so I don't think either end is nearer to God's. And to stand at either end and to walk out off the end of the pier only, hoping out in that direction is the complete understanding, is a mistake. And to stand with evil and beauty and hope, or to stand with the fundamental laws, hoping that way to get a deep understanding of the whole world with that aspect alone, is a mistake. And it is not sensible either for the ones who specialize at one end and the ones who specialize at the other end to have such disregard for each other. They don't actually, but the people say they do. But that actually the great mass of workers in between, connecting one step to another, are improving all the time our understanding of the world, both from working at the ends and working in the middle. And in that way, we are gradually understanding this connection, this tremendous world of interconnecting hierarchies.
If you expected science to give all the answers to the wonderful questions about what we are, where we're going, what the meaning of the universe is, and so on, then I think you could easily become disillusioned and then look for some mystic answer to these problems. How a scientist can take a mystic answer, I don't know, because the whole spirit is to understand. Well, never mind that. I don't understand that. But anyhow, if you think of it, though, the way I think of what we're doing is we're exploring. We're trying to find out as much as we can about the world. People say to me, are you looking for the ultimate laws of physics? No, I'm not. I'm just looking to find out more about the world. And if it turns out there is a simple ultimate law that explains everything, so be it. That would be very nice to discover. If it turns out it's like an onion with millions of layers and we're just sick and tired of looking at the layers, then that's the way it is. But whatever way it comes out, its nature is there and she's going to come out the way she is. And therefore, when we go to investigate it, we shouldn't pre-decide what it is we're trying to do except to find out more about it. If you say, but your problem is, why do you find out more about it? If you thought that you were trying to find out more about it because you're going to get an answer to some deep philosophical question, you may be wrong. It may be that you can't get an answer to that particular question by finding out more about the character of nature. But I don't look at it. My interest in science is to simply find out about the world. And the more I find out, the better it is. I like to find out. There are very remarkable mysteries about the fact that we're able to do so many more things than apparently animals can do. And other questions like that. But those are mysteries I want to investigate without knowing the answer to them. And so altogether, I can't believe the special stories that have been made up about our relationship to the universe at large, because they seem to be too simple, too connected, too local, too provincial. The earth, he came to the earth. One of the aspects of God came to the earth, mind you. And look at what's out there. How can he, it isn't in proportion. Anyway, it's no use arguing. I can't argue it. I'm just trying to tell you why the scientific views that I have do have some effect on my beliefs. It also, another thing, has to do with the question of how do you find out if something's true? And if you have all these theories of the different religions, have all different theories about the thing, then you begin to wonder. Once you start doubting, just like you're supposed to doubt, you ask me, is the science true? We say, no, we don't know what's true. We're trying to find out. Everything is possibly wrong. Start out understanding religion by saying everything is possibly wrong. Let us see. As soon as you do that, you start sliding down an edge, which is hard to recover from. And so with the scientific view, or my father's view, that we should look to see what's true and what may not be true. Once you start doubting, which I think to me is a very fundamental part of my soul, is to doubt and to ask. And when you doubt and ask, it gets a little harder to believe. You see, one thing is I can live with doubt and uncertainty and not knowing. I think it's much more interesting to live not knowing than to have answers which might be wrong. I have approximate answers and possible beliefs and different degrees of certainty about different things, but I'm not absolutely sure of anything. And then many things I don't know anything about, such as whether it means anything to ask why we're here and what the question might mean. I might think about it a little bit. If I can't figure it out, then I go to something else. But I don't have to know an answer. I don't feel frightened by not knowing things, by being lost in the mysterious universe without having any purpose, which is the way it really is as far as I can tell, possibly. It doesn't frighten me.
All right. I think we should be able to leave that in. It's just dialogue. There's no music. So I'll try to leave that in with the audio intact. If not, I'll mute the audio, and you saw there's subtitles. So, yes, some very important things being brought up there. I rather enjoyed both of that. I like the idea of the first gentleman saying that everything is connected, at a macro and a micro level, and oftentimes we get stuck on the level that we're currently thinking about, and we don't think about the levels below and above. Definitely very cool point of view that he had there. And then the second individual talking about how if he were to approach everything 100% scientifically, then it makes it hard, if not impossible, to have faith. And that's an argument as old as time, right? Science versus faith, religion, so forth. I'm not going to make any judgments on anybody else's point of views on that. I know my point of views on that. So we'll just continue on. And that can be a matter of discussion for the comments. How do you feel? Do faith, religion, and science, can they coexist? Are they mutually exclusive? I don't believe so personally, but what are your thoughts? Let me know. That's something I enjoy talking about. Now, obviously, when we do talk about things like that, please be respectful of everybody else's views. No arguments, no hate. Simply open discussion only. I know that's near impossible when religions, politics, things of that nature is involved. So if you can't keep it that way, please refrain from comment, and I may have to delete some stuff if it ends up getting bad. But that's how I feel, personally. I believe you can have both. Definitely agree. We'll never have the answers. It's awesome going into things without an answer. I also like that he brought up the, what's the term for it? Confirmation bias, right? You can't go into any type of scientific theory or question, theories, yes, but question, assuming that you know the answer, because then when you do your experiments and trials, you're only going to focus on what confirms the answer that you already believe to be true. And there, once we go back into belief and faith versus science. So, something to think about. Pretty cool. I like that. I like that it stimulates thought. I also like the idea of connectivity. Look at this. We're connecting rays of light at this instant. I assume those are lasers. They seem to be lasers. With this one central focal point up here. And we're going to head up there. I'm not going to try that again yet. If we head up here and this finishes the game, so be it. If not, then we will come back and try to figure out some of these other puzzles that I'm stuck on. Worst case scenario, and I do mean absolute worst case scenario, if I have to look up hints, I will, because I'm not going to get to a point, or at least I'm not going to get to this point and record it anyway, to where I'm stuck for hours and hours and hours on end trying to get an answer and just uploading nothing. So if I get stuck for too awful long, especially here near the end, then yes, we may look up some hints, and I will let you know if I do. Thus far, I've made it to this point all on my own little pea-sized brain power, and I'm actually quite proud of myself, because a lot of these puzzles, they're pretty tough. These aren't like Myst puzzles. These are some real head scratchers, and I've gotten quite a few headaches from playing this game, but I'm not complaining. I've gotten headaches because it's forced me to think. And I gotta be honest, there hasn't been a lot of things in recent memory that's really forced me to think that way. So I'm actually thankful for it, but it is taxing and it is tiring. I will stop my rant now, and let's go down here and see what else we can figure out. Now, I believe there were some puzzles in this mass of chairs here, right? Also, I'm curious to know, and let me know in the comments, is this a real-time view of what I have solved? Or is this just a generic solution that is uploaded here to make it look like it's a real-time view of what I've solved? I'd like to know. Alright, moving down. We didn't even look at everything down here, right? There's stuff below us. Well, I guess we did. We went up here. This is how you draw the line. I think we can actually just exit here, but I think we need to answer these problems first. So we need a line that goes all the way up the edge here. Can we do that? So I would like something like this. And then we could separate that like this. No, we can't, because we have to draw this line like this, right? So let's see. How can we do this in such a way? Because it's 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Can we do this? Just so we can do the edge? Does that walk around the middle part? Or does it walk underneath? It walks underneath. So the middle part is right here, right? How can we get... If we do this... So if we do 1, 2, 3, 4, down, then we can come over here, cut you off, come over here, go up. Can we walk? We cannot. Dang it. How do we... So that piece is blocking like here. Right? So what if we did that? That wouldn't work. If we went all the way around, came up, we could go down like this, all the way down, all the way up. Okay, there we go. That doesn't get us to the end, but 1, it allows us to answer these. And 2, it allows us to at least look over here. See what we can see. We have answered that one. I don't know where the Ah. Okay. So we need to draw two, is that a 3 and a 1? So it would have to be like this. No, not that far. Like that. Right? And we can cut you off. Where's the exit? Oh, the exit's down here. Alright, what if we do this? We do you like that. And then we go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, right? Like this. Boom. So that's 1, 2, 3. It's 2, so it should be like that. And then we can come down here and we can do that. Then we need to solve these. Alright, so we got black, black, white, black, black. Start. Cut you off. Cut you off, and then we have to cover that. Oh, I didn't see you there. No, we have to do like... No. Go all the way up, all the way down. What? Stop flashing. Black, black. White. So let's do... No. Let's do... like that. No. Like that. Okay. Really wish y'all didn't do this. See, now I don't know how many... That's an L shape, right? I'm not seeing any little squares. I just see... So like, no, that doesn't work. So let's do L shape. No, that doesn't work either. We have to do like this. But if that's the case... If that's the case, how do we separate these two here? Maybe it's not an L. Maybe it's a square. Let's assume, I know that's a horrible thing to do, but let's assume that's a square for now. That would be this. Oh, no, it would not be that at all. That was a horrible, horrible square that I decided to try to draw. So you'd have to do something like this. And then like this. Okay, so it was a square. Oh my goodness, y'all trying to give me epilepsy? No, that's not how you get epilepsy. Are you trying to trigger an epileptic seizure? I don't have epilepsy, so sorry to anybody that does. There's a white here. Hold on. If we just do... Oh, there's little squares. So here. There's one here. Oh, there's a black one there. All right. So where were they again? There's one here. There's one here. And you have... Let's go all the way over. Let's try this. I'll go down here. No, because there's one here. Oh my goodness. Why you gotta be like this, game? We'll figure it out. Give me a second. Alright, so we got one here. Just cut you completely off, I guess. Then we can come up here. And do like this. And like this. Okay. This one's not as bad. There's a... We gotta go here. We gotta go here. And it looks like we have to go here. I can't tell. Let's just see. Nope, we don't. Done. So we have green and purple. I'm assuming we need to get to the other side. So how can we draw this to where we just have access to the other side? Well, I think we'll just draw it the same way, but mirror it, right? So that would be... Come over this side. No, not like that. Like this. Come up. Come down. Let's do this. No. That won't work. What if we do this? Yeah, now we come down. Do that. Okay. So now we have access to the other set of puzzles on the other side here. Well, we don't completely have access. Alright, so I'm gonna go through here. That doesn't work. Why is it showing at the bottom down there? See that? That's weird. Okay, so we want to go here. Go here. Like this? Okay. Oh, it is scrolling up, isn't it? So now we need to go like... Can't... Does that not work? Oh. We have to point to where it should be. No, right. Stop. Right here. So now we need to go up. So we can do... Okay. Oh God. Really? So now we can do 2 over, 1, 2 up, down, and then we got to cross here, right? Oh my God. Alright, that's a next episode problem. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please consider a like, a comment, and or subscribe. Stay tuned for the next episode. We'll see you then. Oh, look. Anyway, bye-bye.